After taking many accounts to crazy numbers for investors, scalping 1 minute time frame became so easy that I started cashing out every single day with 3 different entry models, and I'll be giving you a buy and sell example. So for the buy example, first thing first, you want to make sure there is a fair value gap price is respecting at this moment in time, and then you can see that even after price respected that first fair value gap, it was respecting that second supply zone. And basically, if you want to get a 1 minute sweet scalp, you want to make sure you are catching a reversal. So basically, before a reversal happening, there must be an impulse, and that's the impulse there. So you want to literally focus on only that impulse, the start and finish of the impulse, and basically if you can do that and nail that perfectly, you cash out. So basically, if you look at this point here, that's the end, or let's just say the lowest point of the impulse, and if you look at that point there, that is the high of the impulse. So whenever price sticks out a zone, or it created an impulse after liquidating a zone, what you want to do is that you want to catch the reversal back up. That's basically it, and that's what this blue candle did. So basically, that's going to be your SL, the end of the impulse or the lowest point of the impulse, and basically you want to target the high of that impulse. And this is just the buy example. I'm going to be giving you a sell example, and if you look at this point, you can see that price literally respected this move there, and it got to that high there, which is that take profit area. And if you look at this other example, this one is for the sell example. So basically, like I said before, you want to make sure there's a fair value gap or something, or basically you want to mark out the breakout of an impulse. So that's the breakout of an impulse, the point you are expecting price to break out from, and then you want to make sure price is respecting structure very well. You can see respected 1 and 2, and that's the third structure there. You can see price reversed there and respected it. But this whole price action that I just talked about is not important. The main thing you want to focus on is the breakout of that impulse. That's it, the breakout of that impulse. So basically, you want to get the start of the impulse. So that's the low of the impulse. That's where the reversal or the breakout happen. You can see how aggressive that candle is. It started from that point, and that was why I marked that point there. And if you look at that point here, you can see that's the end or the high of the impulse. So when price get to the highest point, what do you want to do? You want to quickly sell and target the lower part of the impulse, or where the impulse started from, and you will cash out. I swear to God. Like if you look at this point here, you can see this is the trade I took. You can see I was entering the buy. Price broke out from that impulse. You can see this is the volatility candle, or let's just call it the impulse candle. So what I did is I catch the buy to the upside, and most time price is going to liquidate this point there, but it's better to close very early instead of trying to swing this impulse 1 minute trading strategy. So I closed, and then for the second model, for this kind of entry model, this second entry model, there's no displacement and there's no deeper pullback. So this is how you trade entries that don't have those two stuff. So first thing first, I want to explain the scalp strategy, and then I'll explain the swing strategy. So for the scalp strategy, you want to get a point that price is rejecting from first. Basically, on 1 minute time frame, you can see that this point is supporting price here. See, so when you find the place that is supporting price, where the volume is coming from, what's like the ground, something that's holding price and making it go up, what you want to do is you want to wait for price to break out from that point there. And if you look at that point there, that's the swing high. So if you are trying to like catch a 1 minute fast entry and there's no impulse, what you want to do is you want to wait for price to take out that swing high, which it did here. And then when price takes out that swing high, what you want to do is that you want to wait for a minor retracement. This one is not like that first entry that you get deeper retracement or the likes of that. You want to get a minor retracement and then you buy. And this kind of entry is for scalp entries. It's not going to work if you are looking for swing long-term trades. That's why I say there's the scalp confirmation 1 minute confirmation or strategy, and there is the swing 1 minute confirmation. And if you look at this point there, this is the 1 minute zone. you can see impulse is coming from this point, and the difference between this one and the other one is that there's multiple retests at this point in time. You can see where the this thing is coming from. There's multiple retests, and basically that's the point you want price to liquidate from. And basically, if you look at this point, you can see our price did not really give us that deeper pullback to that breakout block there. So what you want to do is that you don't want to trade if there's no deep retracement on your 1 minute entry. Don't trade. But if you want to like just scalp, then you can enter at this point. But if you want to really make good money, you don't trade this stuff. Instead, you want to wait for price to like give a deeper retracement. And if you look at that point, that even that second retracement did not even get to that point there. It was even the third retracement that really gave us that deeper pullback. That's to filter all those impatient people. Assuming you were not patient and enter this point, you would have been liquidated if your stop loss was tight. But if you were the patient trader prioritizing long-term trade, which is swing entry, you would have gotten this trade. And if you look at to the side, you can see that this trade ran down. Same with this one there, you can see this is a buy example for this one. And if you look at this point there, you can see there was no real deeper retracement. I just went in, and then you can see it was literally brutalizing all these points, and that's when you close. And make sure you are even increasing lot size. As for the third entry model, this one is slightly different. Basically, for this one, you want to make sure there's liquidity above. It is very simple. If you are going to trade any 1 minute zone, there must be liquidity above. If there's no liquidity above, your zone is not going to hold. So if you want to get this result or something similar to this next week, click link in description, and I'll see you guys in my next video.